happy Wisdom Wednesday. Thank you so much for tuning in and for choosing to spend some of your time with me. I'm Milagros. This is a little space I like to carve out on the interweb to share tips, tools, techniques, nuggets, answer your questions, personal growth and development, self-love, self-care, in order to help us move the needle, even if it's 1 degree at a time. We're going to move the needle to get ourselves to places that are healthier, happier, whatever that means for us for this moment in our lives. Because that we are in constant evolution. So I'm answering questions that I received from the love journey, and I've received a few more last week from last week's video as well. Thank you for those. I will be getting to those as well. So this week I'm picking 2 questions, and they're lighter questions, so that way hopefully we can kind of get this done in a shorter amount of time. Before we get started, please remember to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and you'll get notifications of these videos when they come up. Usually they come up on Wednesdays. Sometimes I feel so moved to give on an extra day. You'll know when those are happening as well. So here are the 2 questions. The first one is, how do I consistently love myself every day? Yum. So a lot of times people think, or we have been taught to believe, that it needs to come from outside of us in order for it to affect us. And that is really necessary and important. That's what motivation is. In order for it to be sustainable, we cannot think that it can come from outside of us all the time. That's not real. That's not sustainable, right? What we can do is make a commitment, make a decision to become more disciplined in one particular area. I always recommend that people use your technology, because the technology will give us the opportunity to set alarms and alerts and reminders that we can use to remind us, obviously, to do the thing, whatever the thing is. The other thing that we can do is we can couple the new behavior with a pre-existing habit. So for instance, if we're talking about loving ourselves, and it's just like showering or brushing your teeth, it is something that needs to be practiced every single day in order for it to remain at a healthy level, right? You want your hygiene to be at a good place, shower daily. You want your teeth to be healthy, floss and brush your teeth daily, right? It's not the one time that keeps them healthy. It's the compiled times over and over and over again that keeps your teeth healthy. So self-love is just like that. It's the compiled over time that creates and develops this kind of way, this practice, this overwhelming sense of joy and happiness. And I'm not kidding when I say that, because so many women that I've spoken to who actually put this into practice, disciplined at first, and then eventually it becomes like intrinsically motivated, because you start to feel good, and then you're like, oh, I want to keep doing this because I feel so good. Women who have put those things into practice always report back like, I cannot believe that just saying these words to myself over and over again is really changing my mental health, my physical health, how I show up in spaces. Yeah, honey, because your story is your identity, and it indicates and influences how we show up and move through the spaces of our lives. And if we hold ourselves responsible for our self-love and self-care, then we let other people off of the hook, and we can show up differently, right? And then when other people come at us, whether it's with compliments or criticism, we take it as feedback. I don't need or require your compliments. I know who I am. I remind myself every day, and I am not going to be broken by your criticism. I know who I am. I remind myself every day. So it really is a practice that initially requires some discipline, and then eventually you'll get intrinsic motivation to continue. So use your phone to set an alert, or when you're brushing your teeth. I used to have my affirmations right on my bathroom mirror. Excuse me. I would put them right on the bathroom mirror, and while I was brushing my teeth, I would just read the affirmations. So I'm coupling the new habit with a habit that already exists. And because I brush my teeth every morning and every night, I'm reading my affirmations when I wake up and before I go to bed, and I'm doubling up the efforts, right? Which again helps increase the hold that it takes, the pattern in my mind that it's grooving out, to make sure that it's going to be sticking around for a long time. So that's what I recommend. Put an alarm, maybe get a friend that you're doing it together, accountability buddy, couple it with another habit. The second question is, how do I teach my nieces about self-love? And this one is actually this. You have to do it for yourself first. Do it for yourself first. The best way to teach is by our living example. We can run our mouths all we want, but if we're not living, breathing, doing it, we're literally just running our mouths, and people will see that. So do it for yourself first. Do it for yourself, and then let them catch you, or invite them to do it with you and say, hey, I started doing this practice. It's so yummy. It makes me feel good, whatever. I want to see how it's going to go for 2 weeks. Do it with me, right? Invite them to participate with you. Don't speak at them. Invite them in, and you be the leading example. Do it by leading, right? Lead by example, rather. Okay, so that's all I have for today. If you have questions about self-love and self-care, holla at your girl, and I will unpack those in my upcoming videos coming up. I will talk to you soon. I hope you have a great rest of your week. I hope you continue to remind yourself how amazing and capable you are. Use your affirmations, those I am statements. Either I am, or I will, or I am learning to, right? And start to change the story that you tell yourself so that you can create a healthier and happier life, because ultimately the person responsible for your life is you. That's all I got. I'm sending love and light your way. Peace.